Today we're going to look at a new issue, and that is Tabligh Jamaat and their association with a relationship to violence, to jihad, to security issues, to terrorism and so on. You see, Tabligh Jamaat say quite clearly and quite publicly that they do not participate, they do not believe in, they do not preach violence. They say they're very pacific, they're very pietistic, and they don't get involved in violence whatsoever. That's not their bag, that's not their scene, that's what they say.
They are really nice guys, I really like them, they're very nice guys.
But we have a question for them, a number of questions, and it has to be acknowledged various things. Firstly, we have to acknowledge the fact that a number of British suicide bombers, terrorists, activists in that sense, a number of them have been associated with Tabligh Jamaat. Richard Reed, shoe bomber, he'd been through Tabligh Jamaat. Two of the four London 7/7 bombers, including the leader, Mohammed Siddiqui Khan, he himself had been associated with Tabligh Jamaat. And then most dramatically of all, a number of those who were arrested in connection with the August 2006 airline terror plot were active and known Tabligh Jamaat supporters and worshipped at Tabligh Jamaat mosques. So we have some evidence already that people associated with Tabligh Jamaat have themselves been involved in or perpetrated acts of violence. Tabligh Jamaat answer that. They say, hold on, they say. And they use this example. They say a lot of people involved in tax dodging go through Oxford University. Do you blame Oxford University for that? No, you don't. Why blame Tabligh Jamaat? Because a misguided few people get involved in acts of terrorism, suicide bombers and so on. Suicide bombing. True. But I want to put before you some evidence that actually questions this and questions this quite severely. Firstly, let me just read from a couple of academics, people who've studied Tabligh Jamaat quite carefully. The first one is a guy called Mark Gaborio. Okay, he's a Paris-based academic, and he studied them, and he said that Tabligh Jamaat's ultimate objective is nothing short of a planned conquest of the world in the spirit of jihad. That's Mark Gaborio. Then there's a Muslim guy called Jatinder Sikand. He's based in Delhi, in India, and he's written about Tabligh Jamaat and politics. And he quotes a supporter and a sympathiser saying that Tabligh Jamaat is silent. You see, the distinctive thing about Tabligh Jamaat, unlike many other Muslims, is they quite try deliberately and carefully to emulate the life of Muhammad. They like to follow him exactly and literally. For instance, if you're a committed Tabligh Jamaat supporter, you'll sleep on the floor and not on a bed. Why? Because Muhammad slept on the floor and not on a bed. You'll brush your teeth with a twig. Why? Because Muhammad brushed his teeth with a twig. He didn't have a toothbrush in those days. 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 There's nothing wrong with that. People can sleep on the floor, people can brush their teeth or whatever they like. I don't have any problem with that at all, except it illustrates how Tabligh Jamaat so exactly and carefully emulate Muhammad, unlike, I say, any other Muslims. Now, they therefore have to look at Muhammad himself, and we see that Muhammad, when it comes to violence, when it comes to jihad, when it comes to warfare, he himself personally was involved in 29 battle campaigns, mini wars. He believed in it as a way both defensively and offensively to stand up for Islam and to stand up for Allah. He also sent his Muslim troops out from Medina in many other battle campaigns too. Now, if Muhammad did that, and if Tabligh Jamaat follows so carefully and exactly the life of Muhammad, how can they say they don't believe and do not accept and do not preach jihad and finally ask them this question. Is it a matter of principle or pragmatics? Are you for pragmatic reasons in the West, for the time being, not propagating Islam through violence?
Y'all ready for this?
Or is it a matter of principle? Have you renounced the life of Muhammad and the example of Muhammad? I think we'll find it's just pragmatic. And when the time comes, they'd be willing to take up arms, if necessary, to promote their own particular beliefs and their own particular aspect of religion. As I say, this isn't all Muslims, but this is Tabligh Jamaat, and I think they have a very strong case against them, which they need to answer before they try to attempt to build this large mosque right beside the Olympic Stadium.
They are really nice guys. I really like them. They're very nice guys, but we have issues, real issues.
I hope you mean that, Alan.
I do, absolutely. I have nothing personal.
And our invitation to sit down is a genuine one, and we would like to work out what your concerns are and how we can address them in the future.
Okay. God bless you. Cheers. Thank you very much.